2,000 years after the departure of Jesus the Christ, the prophets are back to teach the real Jews, the 12 tribes of Israel, their true nationality. This is their campaign.
God, we gotta vote for this Bible.
That's right.
Read that again. Go ahead.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman.
Go ahead.
Unto the house of Israel.
Go ahead.
Therefore, hear the word of my mouth.
We have to hear the words of God. We should not hear the words of Joe Biden, the words of Obama, the words of Donald Trump. God said, seek him the words of this book. That's how we're going to come out of our own calamity. That's how we're going to come out and seek that change. Change shall come. We've been screaming that for over 400 years. Change shall only come when we stay in this book. That's when change shall come. Give me just Joshua 1:8. My brothers right here. Brothers, young man, who you voted for? You didn't vote for somebody, right? You voted for yourself. We got to vote for God. We got to lift up this banner right here. We cannot lift up the banner of democracy. We cannot lift up the banner of republics or Democrats. We have to lift up the banner of God's laws. This is the banner we got to stand up on. Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 1 verse 8.
Go ahead.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Family, who y'all voted for? Who y'all voted for? How you doing, sis? Biden, why Biden? Come. Why Biden? You got a minute. I see you. You got a minute. Why Biden? Real quick. Why Biden?
I got an appointment. I'll be back.
Be back. I'm going to hold you to that. Why do our people seek to vote for Democrats? Because the Democrats are those liberals. They pretend to be for our people, but behind closed doors, behind the Senate houses, is a trap. It's a trap to imprison our people. Go ahead.
That's right.
We're going to explain that. Go ahead.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Go ahead.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Go ahead.
That thou mayest observe to do.
To what?
Observe to do.
To what?
Observe to do.
To do. That's an action word. Action comes responsibility.
That's right.
That's a black man's weak point. That's a Hispanic man weak point. That's their pressure point. Action. Responsibility. Duty. Dignity. All these are synonyms for something you have to do. My sister right here. Who you voted for, my sister? Who you voted for? Donald Trump or Joe Biden? Huh? Biden? Why Biden? I can't hear you. She has her reasons. Go ahead, read that.
According to all that is written therein.
Go ahead.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosper.
For what?
For then.
For what?
For then.
After we keep God's laws, for what?
For then.
That's change. That's change. For then. Then after we keep God's laws, for then.
Thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
So what's that factor that shall determine our change? Keeping God's laws.
That's right.
Until then, we're going to be in the bottom of society. Change will never come from a system that has raped, robbed, murdered, lied to you, stripped you of your nationhood, of your language, your culture, your God.
Bring it out.
How can they? How can your oppressor be your savior?
Bring it out.
Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. Help me savior? How can we vote or put our confidence in a system that has victimized our people?
Right.
That has made us single mothers.
Right.
That has made our men fill up the prisons. How can they? How can they?
Hey.
Give me Lamentations 4. That was the end of that. Give me Lamentations 4. Zai, you already dropped it. Oh. Go ahead.
Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. What's that vain help? The help from America. God's saying that's vain. They can never help you.
Right.
The white man, the Caucasian man can never help you.
That's right.
Go ahead.
In our watching,
In our waiting, in our crying, in our marching,
Right.
in our it's us in our songs, us in our chants.
Peace.
Give me some things. Change shall come. We shall overcome. Black lives matter. All these crying, all lives matter now. All this crying and waiting for a system, God said they can never help you.
Hey.
Go ahead.
in our watching,
Go ahead.
we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That could what?
Could not save us.
God is saying the white man can never be your savior.
That's right.
The white man can never help you,
Right.
black man. The white man can never help you, Hispanic man.
Right.
The white man can never help you, Israelite.
Right.
That's a fun fact out the Bible. That's a biblical fact.
That's right.
Go ahead.
They aren't our steps.
My brother, who you voted for? Who you voted for, my brother? Nobody? Why not? Why you say nobody? Why nobody? Which is the right thing to do? Go ahead.
They aren't our steps.
Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near.
Our what?
Our end is near.
Our destruction is near.
That's right.
Our destruction is near. Go read that whole thing again. Read it from the top.
They aren't our steps that we cannot go.
Go ahead.
In our streets.
Who's hunting us today? Who's hunting black men's steps? Who killed Breonna Taylor? Who killed Trayvon Martin? Who killed Sean Bell?
Bring it out.
Who killed Ahmaud Arbery?
Right.
Help me out, help me out. Mike Brown, all these names. God is saying there's a man on earth that's after our steps to hunt us.
That's right.
Guess what? Black men in the year 2020 pray. And who's the predator? Who's the predator? Your oppressor. Ring, ring, ring. The white man.
That's
The white man.
right.
The white man is the hunter, and we're the prey in the year 2020.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Bring it out.
Our days are fulfilled.
Go ahead.
Our end is come.
Go ahead.
Our prosecutors.
Our what?
Our prosecutors.
We have oppressors. We have persecutors.
Right.
The black man and the black woman. My sister right here. Who you voted for? Who you voted for this presidential election? Somebody help me out. Where the Biden supporters? Where the Trump supporters? Read that again.
Our prosecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains.
Go ahead.
They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
They lay wait for us, meaning what? They set up systematic traps.
That's
They
right.
set up systematic oppression
Right.
to keep blacks and Hispanics in the bottom. Make
That's
sure black and Hispanics are single mothers and whores. Make sure black men fill up the prison houses.
Teach.
Put drugs in our community. Put guns in their community.
Right.
For what? For they could kill themselves and destroy themselves.
Right.
They set up and lay wait. Go ahead. Go ahead, yeah, bring that out. Go ahead.
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5.
Go ahead.
Whose possessors?
Who's what?
Whose possessors?
Who possesses us in the year 2020, my brother? Who's killing us today?
Bring it out.
Who's killing us? Who's the slave owners? Who auctioned off black men and black women? Who? The Caucasian, the white man.
That's
God
right.
calls him
Bring it out.
our oppressors, our possessors. Go ahead.
That's right.
Whose possessors slay them.
Go ahead.
And owe themselves not guilty.
Who was the murderer that killed? What was the ethnicity of what? Breonna Taylor. What was the ethnicity of the man that killed Breonna Taylor? What about George Floyd? What about Mike Brown? What about Trayvon Martin? Give me some other names. Sean Bell. It's too much names.
Fernando Castile.
Thank you. These are too much names in our list of brothers that were and sisters that was killed murderously by their oppressor, by their possessors. Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them and owe themselves not guilty.
What was the verdict when they killed Mike Brown?
Not guilty.
What was the verdict for Trayvon Martin, for Sean Bell, for what?
Not guilty.
The white judges said not guilty. Let that cop that killed that black man, put him off duty. Give him bench duty. Send him out. Put him behind the desk. Yeah, he's gonna get a paid leave.
Right.
Why? Because those white judges, they hate you.
That's right.
Those prosecutors, they're white. They hate you.
That's
the
right.
jury, white. They hate you. But why? Why? Because this is biblical prophecy.
That's right.
Go ahead, read that again. Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them and owe themselves not guilty.
Hold themselves not guilty. What happened to the verdict of no, that verdict hasn't been passed, but I bet you those that killed George Floyd, their verdict is gonna be what? Not guilty. Same thing will happen with Breonna Taylor. They said what? The family knew in an interview of Breonna Taylor. They said they knew not to go for the murder or for the murder. They said at least we could go for second-degree manslaughter. They didn't even charge him for that. They charged the cop with endangerment of the neighbors. Right. You can't make this up. They charged the cop that killed Breonna Taylor with endangerment of the neighbors. But guess what? We in the year 2020. We run for Joe Biden. Everything should be all right. No, Joe Biden being in office is not going to change anything. My sister right here, who you voted for, sis? Brother man, who you voted for? Who you voted for? Our people don't care about God's laws. Our people want to stay in oppression. Where you at? Go ahead.
And they that sells them say, blessed be the Lord.
Go ahead.
For I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
How you doing, my brother? Who you voted for? Who you voted for? Read that again. Go ahead.
Zechariah 11, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Who possess us, slay them.
Whose possessors slay them. Go ahead.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Go ahead.
And they that sell them, they say, blessed be the Lord.
Go to Lamentations 4 now, 4:17. My brothers from earlier, you say you voted for nobody. Why you didn't vote for? Hold up real quick. Hold up. Why say I can't hear you? I can't hear you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Say it loud. It's a lose-lose, right? You picking between Satan and the devil.
That's right.
You picking between Beelzebub and Lucifer.
Right.
You're gonna lose either way.
Right.
The brother said right now it's a lose-lose situation.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.